What's going on, guys? Welcome to today's video. So today I'm going to be talking about how to play soccer in college. So make sure to like this video and comment down below what you want to see next. If you enjoyed this content, make sure you subscribe as it helps make sure my channel is growing. Alright guys, but before we get into today's video, I gotta make a quick coffee. Alright guys, so the first piece of advice I'm going to have for you if you're looking to play soccer in college is to make sure that your grades are good, because if your grades aren't good, the institutions that you're looking to play footy at obviously aren't going to accept you through the academic part. And obviously, in the word student athlete, student comes first, so it's important to make sure that you're focusing on your grades throughout your academic career so you can go to the school that you want to go. Alright guys, so the next piece of the puzzle is to make sure that you have a highlight and a CV. Coaches aren't just going to take your word that you're good. You can't just send them an email and say, I'm the next Messi, please take me on your team, I will make sure I score all the goals. No one is going to listen to that. So it's important to realize that you need to have highlights of you playing, and you also should have a CV listing the clubs that you played for, where you played for, and all that good stuff, because it'll help you stand out, but it'll also give the coaches more information about you. Because at the end of the day, these coaches are getting hundreds, if not thousands of emails a week about players wanting to play at their schools. So it's important that you can stand out in any other way, and the way you can do that is providing more information about yourself to these coaches, because the more information they have on you and the more they understand you as a player, the more comfortable they're going to feel with making a decision on you, and you might get invited to a camp or whatnot, and they're going to want to see more. So CV and highlights are super important. I feel like it's really important to say that, because sometimes players will be like, well, I'm really, really good, but I don't have a highlight tape, and that's a hard position to be in, because I've been in that position before as well. But it's important to remember, if for some reason your club doesn't film your games for some reason or whatever, go out and get a cheap camera and do the best you can. The footage doesn't have to be HD. As long as they can see you on the ball, it's good. So work with what you have, but it's important to have a highlight tape and a CV for sure. Third piece of information and advice I would have is to make sure that you network. Now, this goes for any part of your footy career and as well as life. You have to network. It's so important to make sure that you're building connections, putting yourself out there in front of people, and trying to get your name out, especially in the footy world where there's so many people trying to do the same thing. So, if you're at a club, most likely at your club, there'll be college coaches at some level there. So if you're interested in their school, go up to them, talk about it, ask them questions. Make sure that they know that you're interested in going to that school, because, it's going to put them in your mind. So make sure that you talk to them about it, ask them questions, and just let them know that you're interested in the school. And then as well, if your club goes on tournaments or things like that for you to get more exposure in your footy career, then make sure you go up and talk to other coaches. Ask them, like I said, ask them questions about their school, what positions they're looking for, if they're looking for your position. It's really important to make sure that you're networking and you're marketing yourself, as well as send emails. Don't be afraid to send a lot of emails, and you're not always going to get replies. It's normal, it's natural. I've sent a lot of emails when I was really looking to play in college, and some coaches got back to me right away, some coaches took a little while, and some coaches didn't get back to me at all. And that's fine, because some people don't find value in your playing style or how you play, and others do. So it's normal, but don't get in that mindset of like, oh, if a coach doesn't answer me, like, I'm not good. They could just be busy as well. So you have to kind of keep going, and you can't get down in that sense at all. Now, my fourth piece of advice, and it does sound simple, but for me, this was where I feel like I made a mistake, was play as much as you can throughout your high school career. Because I got really caught up in trying to play at the highest level I could, which I definitely think helped me, because I did get a lot of exposure and a lot of cool opportunities. But at the end of the day, it's important to make sure you're playing games as much as you can. So in my time, it's not around anymore, but it was like academy in high school, and I got really caught up in playing academy, and I did end up playing academy. But sometimes I think back and I'm like, man, it would have just been nice to play in high school, play club, like just get more and more games in. And I think that if you're playing in high school and you want to go Division 1 or Division 2 or whatever division you want to, it's possible. It happens a lot. So don't get caught up in the names of things. I think that's important as well. There's a lot of things that are branded to sound, very cool in a certain way, and yeah, they do provide opportunities for players and that good stuff, but don't get caught up in all that. At the end of the day, play as much as you can. Play in pickup games, play for your high school, play for your club, play for your MLS Next team, play for as much as you can, because what I've learned as I've gotten older is there's a lot of things, practice and training, you can't replicate that. You can only get it in a game. So that's important to keep that in mind, and the more you play, the more confident you'll be, the better you'll get. So play as much as you can throughout your high school career if you're looking to play in college. Last piece of advice is, if you're really interested in a school, if you've communicated with the school, maybe look into going to one of their ID clinics. And it's even better if you've sent an email and then they invite you. So if you get invited to these ID clinics, it's a really good opportunity for you to make sure that you can play in front of these coaches. Now, you have to be careful, definitely, because sometimes coaches just send emails and they're trying to, create money for their program, which there's nothing wrong with that, because at the end of the day, it's a business. But just like if you're looking for a pro opportunity, if you're looking for a college gate opportunity, it's very important to make sure that you look at it as an investment, especially if you're, tight with money. You have to think to yourself, all right, how interested does this coach seem in me? And is he very interested? If he seems very interested, then it might be a good decision to go to the camp. Or if he's not interested or doesn't seem as interested as other coaches, right? Then maybe you don't go, but that's entirely up to you. You have to feel that out yourself. If the soccer program is not really feeling you, but you're really feeling the academic side, then that's your choice as well. So a lot of things come into play, and it's important to remember, as you're picking your school for footy, you kind of want to pick it as if I couldn't play soccer, would I enjoy the campus life? Would I enjoy the environment, the location, the state? Because at the end of the day, for some reason, if you end up getting injured and you can't play, you're still a student at that school. So it's important to make sure that you're enjoying your time there, because you're supposed to be enjoyable. So keep that in mind as well, but always use IDs clinics and camps as a way to get yourself out there as well, because sometimes it's a really good opportunity for you to showcase yourself in front of that specific school you're looking for, or multiple different schools. Alright guys, that's going to do it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I like trying to give informational videos out there so people can kind of get a little more advice on what to do, because sometimes it's not easy to figure the process out, especially if it's your first time going through it. So it's never easy, but hopefully videos like this can help you and others like it. So if you like today's video, make sure you subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and make sure you like the video as well. Thank you guys for so much support. We're almost at 200 subscribers, so seriously guys, thank you so much.